First of all, congratulations on the film. How do you feel now that it's shown at FrightFest?
I feel ecstatic. The crowd, the people who come to FrightFest are like really ready to enjoy a movie like this and really ready to like get something out of it, and it was amazing to see the response when the screenings were over and to talk to people who bring really intelligent questions and like intense enthusiasm about what a horror movie is supposed to be.
I think the cast is amazing in this film. The one that I was really surprised by was Patrick, because he often plays the handsome love interest in romantic comedies. What did you see in him that made him perfect for the role of Daniel?
Well, he is a handsome love interest in this movie as well. He's like sort of the handsome love interest that you want to be around, and but he reveals some very very intense dark things, and it felt to me like the character had to be so sort of perfect. Very hard to find somebody who could embody that confidence and embody that sort of spectacular look and style. Like once we started putting the clothes that we made on him, it was like, wow, he's really the guy. And we had enough time. I made sure that we would have a lot of rehearsal time so that we could really work through, what is it going to take to add these layers, add the layers of darkness, add the layers of like the mystery of what he is. And he's such a hard-working actor. He's really, willing to dig into what all of these things will be and try it in a lot of different ways until we found exactly what the character was.
I definitely saw some like Bret Easton Ellis kind of influences in there. Was that intentional? Are you a fan?
I am a fan. I love his work. I think that he has really interesting things to say about what a lack of empathy can do to people. I don't think we were ever directly referencing, I don't think we sat down to say, let's do something like Bret Easton Ellis, but it really sort of becomes that. I think when you see these incredibly handsome young people in incredibly cool style doing these terrible things, he really perfected that. But we tried to sort of take that world in a different, fantastical direction.
It feels like in the second half in particular, the visual style must have been quite challenging to bring to life. How did you work to make that look exactly how you wanted?
By planning very carefully what it was going to be, by sort of understanding. I understood the movie in terms of an evolving style that would start in a place of isolationism and sort of like post-trauma, and then evolve sort of sequentially into something that is quite manic and kinetic, and by sort of laying a certain escalation of the visual style, we're able to get somewhere very crazy, and that was a big part of the fun of figuring out how the movie was going to work, and sort of layering in from the very beginning little bits and pieces of cosmic horror, so that by the time we get towards the end of the movie where things go really haywire, it feels as though it's coming from something within the characters.
Well, as we're at a horror film festival, I have to ask, what's your favourite horror film of all time?
I think it's Videodrome, the David Cronenberg movie Videodrome, which is such a singular work of obsession and sort of perfecting a certain kind of tone. What I love about that movie is that a lot of it is hallucinations, but it doesn't feel like sort of wibbly wobbly. It all feels like incredibly specific, which is, I think, an important way to sort of visualize the internal processes of a person. And I watched that movie over and over again, and I love it. The soundtrack, the weird effects, like it's an incredible film.
Well, congratulations again on the film. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And great t-shirt.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.